There is a lot of confusion among many between PTE and IELTS. Both of these tests are very popular, which are accepted by countries and institutes worldwide for assessing your English proficiency. After watching this video, I guarantee you that you will be sure of which test you should take. I will be sharing 14 important points which will help you decide. So let's get started. First is fees. Both PTE as well as IELTS cost the same. The cost of both the tests as of May 2024 is 17,000 rupees in India. I have also attached links in the description of official PTE as well as IELTS websites. There you can check the examination fees before applying for the test. There is no upper age limit for both PTE and IELTS. But if you're under 18, you do need your parents' permission to appear for the exam. Now, both PTE and IELTS are accepted worldwide. They are the litmus test of your English proficiency. PTE is accepted by over 3,500 universities and colleges globally, while IELTS is accepted by more than 11,500 organizations across 140 countries. So, before you're applying for any college, university, or any organization, check which test is accepted. Both IELTS as well as PTE are accepted for 2 years from the date of your exam. Both PTE and IELTS results are valid for skilled migration applications for a period of 3 years. Most so this is the first difference that we come across between PTE as well as IELTS. PTE is only computer based, while in IELTS you have option of appearing either in pen or paper test or in the computer based test. In IELTS, your speaking test is conducted with a human interviewer, while in PTE, you're speaking into your microphones. When talking about India, PTE has more than 100 centers in 62 cities. PTE exam is computer based and it is conducted every day. PTE gives you an option to take your test at home as well. So look into that. While IELTS has more than 100 centers in 75 cities all across India. Pen and paper test happens 4 to 5 times a month, while computer based test is held daily at the examination centers. You will find a list of cities for both PTE as well as IELTS in the description below. Duration of PTE is around 2 hours to 2 hours 20 minutes. It is conducted in a single session, while IELTS can take up to 3 hours, and this test is conducted in 2 sessions. In PTE, speaking and writing sections are usually around 50 to 70 minutes long, while reading section is around half an hour, while listening can take anywhere between half an hour to three quarters of an hour. So total time it takes to sit PTE varies from just under 2 hours to 2 hours 20 minutes. IELTS on the other hand is structured differently from PTE. In IELTS test, there are four test sections which are in the following order. Writing is for 60 minutes, listening is for 30 minutes, reading is for an hour, and speaking, which happens in a different session, is around 15 minutes. So in total, it takes around 2 hours 45 minutes to 3 hours. Difficulty aspect is subjective, but what I have found is students who struggle in English tend to score better in PTE than they do in IELTS. While if you're comfortable with English and your basics and fundamentals are sound, then both of these tests would be easy for you. But what I believe is in PTE, your speaking and writing is easier than what it is in IELTS, while reading and listening are of similar difficulty. Both IELTS and PTE are divided into four sections, namely reading, listening, speaking, and writing. but the similarities end here. The demands of each test is slightly different. In PTE, we have four integrated sections, while IELTS will have four separate distinct sections. Now, let's take a look at how these four sections differ in PTE as well as in IELTS. Listening in PTE has 8 tasks in total, and the duration is about half an hour to 43 minutes. In IELTS, we hear 4 recordings and we have to answer 40 questions. The duration of this test is around 30 minutes. For reading in PTE, there are 5 tasks in total and we have to do that in half an hour. While IELTS gave us 1 hour to solve 40 questions from 3 comprehensions in reading. While in IELTS journal training, you are given 5 different comprehensions and you have to answer 40 questions in 1 hour. Here comes a very stark difference between PTE and IELTS. In PTE, both writing as well as speaking sections are combined. They are integrated and they comprise of 8 tasks in total, which can be anywhere from 54 to 67 minutes long. Now in IELTS writing section, we have to do 2 tasks. For academic, our first task is to summarize or describe a graph or a chart. While in journal training, our first task is to write a letter, while task 2 for both academic and journal training is the same, wherein we have to write an essay in response to a point of view, argument, or a problem. We are again given an hour to complete our writing section in IELTS. PTE speaking is integrated with writing. Here, you are required to speak into the microphone. You would be assessed on tasks like read aloud, summarize spoken texts, etc. While IELTS speaking is a different affair altogether. Here, you will have a face to face conversation with an IELTS examiner. You will be assessed on your ability to talk about ideas and opinions on various topics. The IELTS speaking interview usually lasts somewhere around 12 minutes to 17 minutes, depending upon the interviewer. In PTE, total marks is given out of 90 with an increment of 1 point. Your marks can be 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 90. While in IELTS, your total score is given out of 9 with the increment of zero point 0.5 bands. That is, your score can be zero point 0.5 bands, 1 band, 1.5 band, 2 bands, all the way up to 9 bands. Now, there is a very big difference between how the test is checked. In PTE, there is no human intervention whatsoever while assessing your exam. Only software or AI based assessment is there. While in IELTS, there are both human examiners as well as softwares and AI based. Your writing is assessed by a human examiner, and your speaking interview is again one on one in person interview with a human examiner. So, another difference between IELTS and PTE is that IELTS have no negative marking whatsoever, but PTE has partial credit with negative marking for questions like MCQ and highlight the incorrect words. Now, what does partial credit for negative marking means is you will get points for each correct response and you will get negative marking for each incorrect answers. But negative marking does not apply if you select multiple incorrect answers. And the lowest score awarded is 0. For example, if you have 3 questions and you have answered all the 3 wrong, then your score would not be -3, it would be 0. On the other hand, if you have answered 2 correct and 1 wrong, then your score would be 2 minus 1, that is 1. Now, if you have answered 2 questions wrong and 1 correct, then your score again would not be -1, but it would be 0. So that is what partial credit with negative marking means. So only MCQs and highlight incorrect words have this, while in rest of the tasks, there is no negative marking for PTE as well. Result of PTE usually comes in 2 to 5 working days, while for IELTS, computer based results can take from 3 to 5 working days, while the result of pen and paper exams take 13 working days. And finally, the option to retake the test. Sadly, PTE does not give us this option. If you want to retake the test, you have to take the complete test. There is no maximum limit on the number of times you can appear for both PTE and IELTS. But IELTS give us a unique option to take one skill retest. For pen and paper test, this option is available only in select countries. So before filling up your forms, just check. While in computer based IELTS test, this option is available in all the countries and all the centers around the world. Alright, now I'm confident that you are sure of which test you want to take. So if you learned something from this video, drop a like. If you have a question, comment below. And if you want to keep learning, hit that subscribe button.